Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is DJ here, back with another wrestling video for you guys. Today I'm going to be doing a WrestleMania prediction video, and I have a special guest for you guys. I have Jake DeMarco, Countdown Ended on YouTube, and he is going to be, we're going to be doing a prediction video together. So I'm going to bring Jake on now, and we're going to get started with this WrestleMania prediction show. And all right, now we're back. Jake's on now. Jake, you hear us?
I can indeed.
All right,
Thank you so
welcome,
much for
welcome,
having me.
welcome.
Excited
Well,
to be here yet again for our
yeah,
WrestleMania preview and prediction show.
another
I'm glad to be back.
WrestleMania will be in the books after Sunday.
Absolutely. As much as the build has not been that well, delivered and overly exciting, I still am looking forward to Sunday. There's a lot of matches, as we said previous to this, that really could steal the show. And I think that the wrestling itself is going to be exceptional. So hopefully they have some surprises in mind, and we get a memorable WrestleMania for the first time, I feel like, in a few years.
Yeah,
Uh, I want to see a whole card that's worthwhile, not just one or two matches.
right. I agree with you. I mean, I haven't seen a good WrestleMania in a while. Although I went to one a couple of years ago that was actually pretty decent. But
Yeah, it had moments. I mean,
but I
it's
want to
certainly.
see
I
an
feel like this
actual
year could be top to
this year.
bottom
This year
good.
might be a pretty good one. We got some pretty good interesting matchups. That's for sure. They could go either way.
Yeah, there's a lot that certainly, it is perplexing. They like you as you said, they really could go either which way
hmm
at this point in time.
Wish I
So.
could be there to see it live and in person, but not this year.
Yeah, no, I just said it to OKFabe on Twitter. I said I would love to be there. Never been to WrestleMania myself.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, you're closer than I am, so
Yeah, as he had said, if finances were not an issue, I'd be there
oh, I
for sure,
totally
hands
yeah, I
down.
totally understand that. WrestleMania is not a cheap event. Trust me,
No,
I know firsthand how much I know firsthand about that.
it's
Because I
one of
went.
the top 10 grossing, sports and slash entertainment events in all time. It's incredible that it's only a few behind the Super Bowl,
Yep,
and it comes ahead of the World Series and
that's crazy.
March Madness, all these different things. So
Oh, March Madness. We're not going to talk about that right now.
a
That's
lot of
this
lot of
week. That's
heartbreak
this
there.
weekend too. This weekend's a busy weekend for sports.
That it is.
But yeah, I mean WrestleMania, seeing it live, going there just to go to one is worth the money. So if you can ever go, I would definitely try to go to one. So.
Absolutely. It's certainly not a show to miss.
Oh, and especially the Raw after Mania is always a good one to go to.
Yeah, those have been just getting better consistently. So
No,
it's the crowd makes it.
those are crazy because when I went a couple of years ago to the Raw after Mania, that was yeah, that was nuts.
Some people actually don't even go to Mania; they just go to the Raw after,
Right? Yeah, they go to
just to
Raw or
experience the
SmackDown.
crowd.
They go to Raw or SmackDown or both. I couldn't after there's that's the thing. The WrestleMania weekend, it's a long weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I still remember them booing Roman for 8 minutes straight,
Oh yeah, I was at
with
that. Yes, they it was a long, drawn out.
with all those not safe for work
I was to the
chants.
point I was like going, okay, can we like,
Can we move on?
can we go on? Because
I think
they
he
sit there
got the
and booed
point.
him and chanted stuff to him for 10, 15 minutes before he actually said anything. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is nuts. I was kind of like,
Craziness.
whoa.
So we have many matches. I believe they just added another match, as we had said, with the Raw
Right.
tag titles being on the line. So I mean, that being added last minute is interesting as well. But
Yeah.
the kickoff show, obviously starting 2 hours before, it'll be on the USA Network and streaming pretty much everywhere: Facebook, Twitter,
Oh
the
yeah.
network, YouTube. So right away, we're going to start off. We have the WWE Cruiserweight Championship match. So Buddy Murphy is taking on Tony Nese.
Oh goodness. God, Buddy Murphy's been the cruiserweight title holder for a while now.
Yeah, since the Super Showdown,
Yeah,
or not,
since the one
yeah,
in,
the Super Show,
since the Super
Australia.
Show, yeah, the Australia show. God, that was back in October, September of
Yeah,
last year. Oh gosh, but I tell you what, whew, he's a man. I don't know who's going to win that one. That's a tough one. I don't know. I'm going to go with I don't know. Tony Nese might pull it out.
Yeah,
Nese
Tony
is
Nese. I mean, as exciting as he is, I feel like Buddy Murphy is going to retain here just because they have a pretty good idea of what they get with him. Although he's essentially accomplished everything he can in
right.
205
Yeah,
Live, he is carrying the division nicely and helping them, kind of make it more of a mainstay.
right.
He's been a reliable champion, and I feel like they still have a few other people that he can feud with for the titles. So
But
I see a program with him and Mike Kanellis coming up.
yeah, I haven't watched a lot of 205. I'm kind of behind on all the 205 live stuff, but I've kept up with a lot of it. Yeah, Mike Kanellis is in there back. He's in the 205 now, so I don't know. See, that's a match they could go either way because Tony Nese has never been a champion, so they could, they could give it to him. I don't know, but it'll be. I think it'll be a good match. I just wish it was on the main card instead of on the
I do
kickoff
as
show.
well. The poor cruiserweights have gotten shafted
I mean,
consistently.
all the time. They're always on the kickoff show. I'm like, and then there'll be nobody there to watch them because everybody will be still trying to get into the arena. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's the way it was when I went 2 years ago. Well, I don't know what the first match they did. I don't remember now, but there were still people coming into the arena or the stadium because when they started the show, people were still trying to come in. So
Last year, I think it was the Andre match that started off, or there was a
I think
tag
it might have been
match.
Andre the Giant match they started off 2 years ago. I don't
Yeah,
remember, but
so
yeah, I was just like, no, it wasn't. It was the cruiserweight. It was
it
Neville
was.
and Austin Aries.
Oh, that's right. So there you go.
Yeah, and there was quite a few people there, but it wasn't like the full, like everybody was there. It was just only part of half the stadium
Well,
was
people had
full.
a hard time getting into the arena, so
I didn't have any problem. I was like, I'm gonna go get in line. As soon as we got there, we found a nice short little line and stood in it. So
yeah, you lucked out.
yeah, we weren't stuck outside like some people were. I think it was WrestleMania 32. They had so much had problems with their ticketing, scanning people's stuff tickets in. But
Yeah,
I
that
had
was
no
really
problem
bad
getting
that
in.
year.
But yeah, that's the problem with the cruiserweights. I'm like, put them on the main card. Jeez, I mean, they deserve it.
I really believe so as well too. That they need a chance to showcase their
I
talents
mean,
on a larger scale.
I
But
wish they put the 205 live show on where instead of on the network, put somewhere where people can watch it. I mean, they put it on after SmackDown and nobody pays. I don't even watch it. So
I think that might be something that Fox toys with going forward as well as NXT. So we'll
yeah,
see. But I'm going with Buddy Murphy retaining here.
all right.
That's my prediction.
That match could go either way. I mean, Buddy Murphy's. Every time I watch him wrestle, I'm just amazed by what he can do. I'm just like going, dang.
He is impressive.
He's very. They're all impressive. Even I'm amazed by. I just love watching the cruiserweights. I like watching all those guys that do all those flips and stuff like that. It's just amazing to watch all that stuff. I mean, I'm like, how do you do that?
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, what we got? What we got next?
Next is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle
Oh
Royal.
Lord.
Look at that. Once again, I said that right. So Braun Strowman is in the match. He's got a big feud with Colin Jost and Michael Che from SNL, which no one I feel cares
I
about.
really don't care about that. I don't know why they're making a big deal about that. I'm just like going, who are these guys again? I don't know.
It's just to inject a little star power, I guess.
I don't
And
watch Saturday Night Live, so I don't even.
I haven't watched Saturday Night Live in, I swear, about 8-10 years at this point.
I quit
Last thing I
watching that
remember
a
was Lonely
long
Island
time
being on
ago.
there. So Andrade, Apollo Crews, Titus O'Neil, Tyler Breeze, Jinder Mahal, No Way Jose,
Oh
Bobby
God.
Roode, Chad Gable, Kalisto, Grand Metalik, Lince Dorado, Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel, Heath Slater, Rhino, Victor Connor, Mustafa Ali, now just Ali, Shelton Benjamin, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, Matt and Jeff Hardy, the Hardy Boys, Otis and Tucker from Heavy Machinery, EC3, and more to be announced still are in the match.
Oh Jesus. Oh God. I don't know who to. I don't know who to pick at all those people. Good grief.
I still think it's going to be Ali, Mustafa Ali. It's still so weird just to call him Ali. It feels too short.
I can't call him Ali. That when I when I was watching SmackDown the other night, I was like, going, wait a minute, who? That's Mustafa Ali, not Ali.
Yeah, it messes with you.
I can't call him Ali. I mean, I like Mustafa. Man, there's so many people in this battle royal. It could go to anybody. It's like, oh my God. I don't know. I'm on. Let's see. If I had to pick one, I'd probably go with Andrade. But yeah, we'll go with Andrade. We'll go with Andrade seeing
is a great
Andrade seeing Almas.
That is a great pick. And
I still can't get over they call him just Andrade now. I'm like,
yeah, that is a bit odd as well. Another one biting down to the name shortening plague, but
if they start calling everybody just by their first names, I'm gonna be like, what are we doing?
I do appreciate the fact that Ali had a bit of a showcase on the WWE Network and YouTube channel done for him, where they talked about his journey
Yeah.
getting to this match and how he's attempting to make a WrestleMania moment for himself, and this is kind of his own retribution since
Oh
he
yeah.
missed out on the Chamber and everything that happened with Kofi taking his place. It's
Yeah,
bittersweet.
that's all that. Man, I was
So
like, I felt bad for him because I was like, that should have been his spot, and then Kofi took it,
it was his spot, and we
it,
we would have gotten a triple threat with Kevin Owens
yeah,
and Mustafa Ali versus Daniel Bryan. So
yeah. I
a lot
mean,
of lot of differences, but I think that they're going to give Ali the match here just as a you know consolation prize.
yeah, I mean, yeah, like there's so many people in that match, but I don't see Braun winning it. Although everybody's like, oh, Braun's gonna win it. No, he's probably not. So he'll be the first one to probably get eliminated because he's a big boy. So
We'll see. They might even do the thing where they did with Drew Carey, where the SNL guys go to act tough and then they eliminate themselves, and then Braun will eliminate himself to chase
right,
things.
yeah,
I could
probably
see
something
something like
like
that
that.
happen.
I mean, but yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Andrade to win that one. We'll see how that goes, but there's so many people it could go to anybody. I mean, geez. But
Yeah, no doubt
it's probably
there.
going to be either. I'd go with either. Yeah, Andrade is a good one. So good one to go with.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pick Ali. You've got Andrade there.
Yep.
Next up, we have the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, formerly the Fabulous Moolah Battle
Yeah.
Royal, or as Joe calls it, the Fallopian Tube Trophy. So in this match, we have Asuka, Carmella, Naomi, Lana, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Nikki Cross, Dana Brooke, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan, all from the Riot Squad. Mickey James, Zelina Vega, and more still to be announced. I guess Lacey Evans is possibly going to be in the match as well. That's interesting because we haven't seen anything from her
Wait a minute.
yet.
Wait a minute. She's actually going to be in the match, or is she just going to come out and dance around and then turn around and go back?
Yeah, I like what a few people had said, to have her walk down the ramp and then everybody throws her into the ring when she tries to walk
Yeah,
away.
that'll be actually something to see because I'm tired of her going in and going out. I'm like, are you ever going to do anything except walk, interrupt matches? It's like,
Yeah, it's really got that Emelina feel to it at this point in
yeah, I'm
time.
just like, okay, are you going to do anything? Because I'm tired of seeing you do this.
Another interesting fact too is that with the Andrade match, I have to bring up, people are speculating, and we've heard a little bit of rumblings that Lars could be making his return, or not even so much his return, but his main roster debut. So maybe he appears in the match. That could be something they set up going forward. Just something to note. But with the women
Interesting.
here, I had said last night and previously that I hadn't given much thought to this, but it seems like they want to give this to Asuka. They showcased her
Yeah.
being,
Mm-hmm.
standing tall and victorious on SmackDown's Go Home
Right.
show for
I
Mania.
saw that.
Yeah, I do feel bad because, I mean, she was the women's champion last week. Now this week she's not even in an actual match. I mean, she's in the Battle Royal, but not a match for Mania.
Right. Yeah.
She's been relegated to the kickoff show, so it's
Right. Yeah.
disappointing. I feel like they almost have to give her this in a way, just to kind of repair some of the damage they did by making Charlotte need to have a title.
Yeah. I
Unfortunately,
agree with you on Oscar probably winning the women's because after the go home show thing, I was like, yeah, I could see her probably winning that thing because that's just it's like yeah, that's who I was going to go with. I was going to go with Oscar. So
yeah. Also on top of it, I mean, I want Mandy Rose to win here, but it's probably less than likely that that's going to happen.
right. Yeah, her and her little friend Deville eventually are going to have their little. They're going to break up eventually. So
Yeah. Oh, I feel like if she wins this, that could certainly be a big catalyst for them to split up.
yep.
So yeah, next up we actually get into the show. We have the Raw Tag Team titles, the Revival, uh, being defended against, surprisingly enough, Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. So
Oh my goodness. Oh Lord. Oh, let's see. Kurt Hawkins, who hasn't won a match yet.
Yeah, he's got this hefty losing streak,
Are they
and I
really
feel like
are they really
that's
going to give them the tag titles? I mean, are they
it
going to
seems
really?
like this is what they're doing with them. That this is a way for them to finally give him Kurt a big moment,
As
because the
much as
reason
I
he
want to
got
pick,
with
as much
Ryder.
as I want to pick, as much as I want to pick the Revival because they're the champions, but then of course on the other hand they've lost to, I don't know, Ricochet and Aleister Black. If you not, they haven't won a lot of matches since they won the belts. So, and you got Zack Ryder and Hawkins, who Hawkins hadn't won a match since in a while. So it would not be surprised if they give them the titles and give them a little WrestleMania moment. So I'm gonna pick Hawkins and Ryder just because I have a feeling that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly seems
And
like they're
it's
gonna
and it's
they're
going
gonna
to
end
be
the streak.
it'll be a moment because it'll be Hawkins' first win, and they win the tag titles over the Revival. So
He's at, I think, at 220 something at this point, like 225 for
I
his
want to say
losing
it's more than
streak.
that. I think it's 250.
Yeah, it's up there. So I'm trying to find an exact
I don't know. It's
number.
like 250, 260. I don't know. They said something. They said something on one of the shows about how many losses he's had. I think it was on that video they put up on YouTube.
Yeah, see, so
It's like 260. I think it's what one of the Revival guys said. I don't remember.
wow, yeah. So the whole reason that they went ahead and he got with Zack Ryder, Kurt joined up with him, is because he begged, uh, you know, to go ahead and no longer be a loser. He doesn't want to have the
Right.
losing streak anymore.
Oh, I mean,
So
they've been partners before, so
yep,
back in the days, I remember when they were partners. So Hawkins and Ryder along with Edge. So,
yeah. Funny enough.
but yeah, I mean, that's when I saw the video, I was like going, I see where they're going with this. I see what they're going. They're going to put Hawkins and
Yeah,
Ryder as tag title holders.
it's hard not to pick them, and have the streak be ended. And
Yeah, because you know how WWE likes to end streaks at WrestleMania.
yeah, I mean that
I
they
mean,
did it
look
with
at what they
Oscar,
did.
they did it with Taker.
Look at the Taker streak and Oscar streak. I mean,
Yeah,
you know, that's why I'm thinking streaks. Hello. I still think they
that's
should
certainly
not.
for sure.
I still think Oscar should have not lost at WrestleMania and lost her streak. But I was thinking to myself, well, it's WWE, it's WrestleMania. They don't like streaks. So
I agree with you entirely, but
I mean, I still can't believe the Undertaker lost his streak. But that's in the past now. But
yeah, and you were right. It seems to be over 250 at this point in time.
yeah,
So
it's
that's
over
that's
250.
insane.
I mean, I feel bad for the guy who's. I mean, I feel bad for him because he hasn't won a match. I'm just like he's come close, and it's just like it's time.
Yeah, no kidding.
So it's definitely time.
Next up, we have the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. We have the Usos defending their titles against The Bar, who is
Mm.
Sheamus and Cesaro, as well as Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura, and Ricochet and Aleister Black.
Oh my goodness. Well, of course we got Ricochet and Aleister Black at NXT Takeover as well, going for tag titles there. Um,
Yeah, so
but I don't think they're going to win the tag belts on NXT. But they actually, if I have, I'm gonna actually pick Aleister Black and Ricochet to win the SmackDown titles.
are you?
I'm
Not a
going.
bad not a bad
I am
bet
going
at
to be.
all.
I'm going to get bold and pick Aleister Black and then Ricochet. We'll see what happens, but that's who I mean. I don't know what they're thinking, but you never know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's going to be the opposite, that they're not going to win here. They're going to win at NXT. So I think they're going to have the NXT titles together,
Oh, so you're
still
going.
do
Oh, so
double
you're going.
duty in
So okay,
NXT.
I see where you're going. So you're going to get. So you're saying they're going to beat the War Raiders at
Yeah.
NXT. See, I'm saying they're going to. I don't think they're going to beat the War Raiders.
Yeah, that was the one thing I had forgotten that I didn't agree with you on
Yeah,
for
you didn't
that.
agree with me on
NXT.
that one.
Too many matches to keep up with. Yeah, everything
Too
else I
many
agree with
matches.
you
I
on.
can't
So.
keep up with all of them. I'm like, good grief.
But I feel like they will win at NXT, but they'll lose here, and because the shakeup, the draft essentially is the week after WrestleMania.
Oh, I forgot
That
about that.
they're going to be sent to different brands because they said that the all NXT call-ups would be assigned a brand at that draft.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So
So
yeah, that was said a while ago when they had the call-ups even originally. So
okay,
I feel like they're going to be on different brands. There's just too much star power there.
right. Well, they need tag teams. I mean, they don't have enough tag teams on either one brand.
Yeah, I mean you're not wrong about that either. That's the
They
unfortunate.
should do a winner take all tag team match.
I wouldn't mind if they unify the tag belts.
I would. I mean, that's what they mean. They need to do it. They don't have enough tag teams. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the crazy person to pick Ricochet and Aleister Black. So
No, you're certainly not crazy because I mean it makes sense for them to have a shot to
I
win
mean, to
here.
be honest, I don't see Shinsuke and Rusev winning the tag titles. The Bars already had the belts,
Yeah,
I mean, the Usos could probably retain it, but do they really need the belts? I mean, you know,
that's the thing, and I think both it's either comes down between Ricochet and Aleister or the Usos. The other two teams have no
yeah, I
shot
mean,
in hell.
I don't see Rusev and Nakamura winning the tag titles, but the craziest things have happened, so
Yeah, no doubt.
But I mean, the Usos, well, Usos just signed a new contract, so
Yep, they're going to be here for anywhere from 3 to 5 years. I've heard both, so
yeah,
it's
so
it's they're here to stay.
yeah, I saw that online, so I was kind of like, wow, Usos signed a contract. Good. I didn't
Yeah,
want to see them leave anyway.
I did not want to lose them either. So yeah, so I'm going to pick the Usos to retain here,
Good call.
especially if the Revival is going to be dropping their belts. I think the Usos will retain.
Yeah, good call.
Next match, we have AJ Styles taking on Randy RKO Orton.
Oh, this match. This match might be a good one too. I don't know. I mean, they all could be good. I just don't know.
I think this is going to be a really good match. That's why I said, the build has been anything but good. But
yeah, the build for this match has been
matches,
pretty. The build's been pretty good. Randy Orton, talking about AJ's past and all this stuff and how he's been. He actually,
yeah, this match shines. I mean, the overall build hasn't been great, but this match, I had no interest in it at all. And then all of a sudden, they had that fantastic promo not last week, but the week before on SmackDown.
Yeah, the week before promo. Yeah, that was pretty good.
It was excellent. That
but
really
I mean, it's of course, Randy Orton's got a point because he's been there longer than AJ Styles. AJ Styles is like, this is the house that I built, and Randy Orton's like, no, it's not. He's like, whoa, hold on, no, it's not. I've been here longer than you. God, I don't know. I'm gonna pick AJ, but I'm gonna go with AJ Styles.
I'm gonna go the opposite with you. I'm gonna pick Randy Orton.
Yeah, go with RKO.
Yeah, as much I would prefer to see AJ win, but I think Orton's gonna win here. He really needs the victory. One and two, I had heard that they plan on keeping this match going. Not the match, the feud going forward. So.
Well, it'll be if they keep the feud going, that'll be actually good because that actually has me intrigued.
Yeah, and plus, these two certainly could do a lot with each other, and if they go ahead and continue to elevate, it'd be interesting.
Yeah, I would like to see them keep going on with another match or maybe another match or two. Not as long as they drug out the Styles Nakamura feud.
Yeah, no, certainly not. We don't need half a year dedicated to this, but
yeah, I don't need that. But couple more matches, yeah, I could go with that. But I don't want another Nakamura Styles feud where they have up to a dozen matches.
Yeah, and especially when we get those repetitive matches time and time again.
Right.
Yeah, that I wouldn't be looking forward to. So, but I feel like this match will be good. It'll be solid. There's no stipulation. It's just a straight up fight. And then the next one, they can elevate it to some type of like Extreme Rules scenario. But I'm going to pick Randy Orton, and you've got AJ. Either way, I think we'll be satisfied and entertained.
Oh yeah, it'll be a good match.
Following that, we have Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. I know this is one you said you were particularly looking forward to.
Yeah, well, this match.
This
match actually will be. It could be the match of the night. Not saying it's going to be, just saying it could be. These two guys are going to go at it. I can see it now. It's going to be a.
Well, you're right because Roman has a lot to prove. He hasn't had a singles match, and especially returning in singles form on the grandest stage. He really needs to shine here and reclaim his yard.
Yep.
Drew's no slump. He's one hell of an
No,
opponent.
Drew's an athlete.
Yeah, so we know that Drew has the ability to really elevate and force talent into
Mm-hmm.
upper echelon of match tiers,
Yep.
and it's usually quality when it comes to Drew McIntyre. So Roman and Drew, even though we've seen quite a bit from them previously, I feel like they're going to pull out some new material and be rather entertaining. I wish there was a stipulation involved here, even if it was just no DQ, but
Yeah, a stipulation
that way it
would.
could be a bit more violent and visceral.
Yeah, you could have made it a TLC match.
Yeah, something along those lines. Add some foreign objects, but I have to say that Roman wins here.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm gonna agree with you there. I'm gonna go with Roman because he hasn't really had a match since he's really been back. So,
yeah, I mean the Shield thing happened, but I don't
well,
really
I'm not
consider
counting
that.
that. I don't count that.
Yeah,
He was
as
going to
far
have a
as
match. He was going to have a match until Drew kind of attacked him from behind. So,
exactly. So there's a lot of bad blood between these two, and Roman, literally had bad blood that took him out of action for quite some time. So the leukemia,
yep.
put him down and out, and now with him being back and in
And yeah,
remission,
Roman's probably going to get the win because it's Roman. Well, just because it's Roman Reigns, but he needs a win. So,
absolutely. So Roman,
and he's not on the main. He's not the main event this year. So
no, he's not, which is surprising. He's not been injected to the main event, and I also, am curious to see what happens past this match.
yeah.
Does the feud continue, or do we see him go for the title?
Right. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see. Yeah, that's what I'm more interested in seeing what happens afterwards because are they going to keep Drew and Roman's feud going, which would be actually pretty good if they did.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
But
So
it's the WWE, and you never know what they're thinking. So
no
they're
doubt
they're
about it.
probably thinking, well, after he beats Drew, we'll just make him go for the title against whoever that's going to be. So
Exactly.
I don't know.
Next up,
It'll be interesting to see what they do with Roman after WrestleMania because they didn't.
I'm
He hasn't
curious as
done a
well.
lot on on the last few shows. He hasn't really done much. So
No, I mean he's been rather quiet or non-existent.
he's been off.
He wasn't
He's
even
been
out
off.
there on
He's been as
the
it's,
go home show.
He's been off the TV screen, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean he hasn't come out to the ring hardly, at
Not
all.
much.
No
So
matches. So I agree with you there. It's certainly a lot of what if scenarios. I would like to see him have to build his way back up to the main event, spend some more
yeah, that's
time
what
in the mid
yeah. I
card,
mean,
put
I
on
agree
some
with
really
that.
good clinic matches, and not just be rushed back into the main event scene. So
Well, they really haven't rushed him to be put on TV, so I'm kind of surprised with that because usually I'm like, well, Roman's back, so he'll be on TV every week, and I'm like, well, he hasn't been on TV much, so they're not rushing him back that quick. So
that's for sure.
which is
Next up,
which is fine with
we
me.
got yeah, I agree. We've got the SmackDown tag, or no, excuse me, it is the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. We have Beth Phoenix and Natalya taking on Tamina and Nia Jax, also taking on the Iconics, who are all trying to get the tag team titles from Sasha Banks and Bayley.
Oh goodness, I forgot about this match.
Sadly, it's the first WrestleMania, where the women's tag team belts
Yeah,
are
I
being
forgot about
defended,
the
and
women's tag match because I thought, yeah, that's going to be a fatal 4-way. I saw that one coming a mile away.
yeah, and that's the problem here. It doesn't feel like a monumental feud. It really just gets overlooked because it's one, a sloppy build, and two,
Yeah.
doesn't really have that gravitas to it, that star power, that feel. Everyone gets kind of downplayed because there's so many participants, one, and two, with Beth Phoenix returning, that kind of puts a wrench in a lot of the plans that I foresaw. So
Yeah, I didn't see Beth Phoenix coming back. I was like, well, that's something I didn't see coming. Um, because I was like the Iconics. I was like, hey, we could have Bayley and Sasha versus the Iconics. Okay, that's cool. Oh no, we're gonna have Tamina and Nia Jax and Natalya and Beth Phoenix. I'm like, oh my gosh, too many people.
yeah, I don't see Beth around for the long haul here.
I don't either.
So
I don't see Natalya and Beth Phoenix winning the tag belts.
No, not by.
And I really don't want to. I don't think the Iconics are going to win it.
That's actually my pick. I think the Iconics have the best shot on it.
You going with the Iconics?
So I am. I
enjoy
what
crazy
they do.
The Iconics.
The Aussies.
The Aussies, the Iconics. I don't know how they say it. I laugh every time they come out and they talk the way they talk.
Iconic. Yeah, I really enjoy them. And
Well, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the champs. I'm gonna go with Sasha and Bailey. I'm gonna say they're gonna keep their belts.
not a bad prediction either. I mean, I can see them.
I'm gonna go with the champs. They haven't had them that long. They just won them, so.
Yeah, I mean, I can see them continuing to, really go on a lengthy.
What I would have liked to have seen in this tag match, I would like to have seen a team from NXT in this match, because Bailey and Sasha made a thing that they take on all comers, including NXT people. I'm like, well, where's the NXT people?
Yeah, you haven't done anything with NXT at this point. So
you've got the Iconics from SmackDown, and you got Natalya and Beth Phoenix, and the same old people. It's like NXT has tag. They have women down there too.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, Kairi Sane and Io Shirai. I mean, there's your tag team right there. Put them against Sasha and Bailey and see what happens.
That would be excellent.
Can you imagine that match? I can imagine it right now.
I know a few people that would be really excited to see that.
Book that match, and I guarantee you, it'll steal the show.
Yeah, I could see that being.
Hey WWE, book that match,
awesome.
By the way.
After that, we have the Falls Count Anywhere match: The Miz versus Shane McMahon.
We all know what's going to happen. I'm going to say the Miz is probably going to win this match because his father's probably going to interfere in it. So.
That's the only way I see this going down. I mean, there's no benefit to Shane being victorious here.
They kind of set it up like this way. They're like, hey, we're going to have a Falls Count Anywhere match between the Miz and Shane. Oh, okay, I see what's going to happen now. The father's going to get involved because Shane, at the end of the last show, he hit Miz's father. So.
Yeah, and he assaulted him in front of his father, and it screams obvious at this point.
I'm just kind of like,
which
I
is
see
okay.
where this is going.
I think that Shane is going to force Miz into a scenario that makes him break from his comfort zone, and we get a really good match from these two.
It'll be a good match. It'll be a good match between these two. I just think like the Miz is probably going to win because his father's probably going to get involved with it, and for some reason I don't know why, but I don't know. Miz is a better heel than a face, but whatever.
He is. I agree, but he hasn't disappointed as a face.
No,
in the most recent run either. So he's certainly better as a heel. But
that's the thing. When Shane attacked him from behind, I'm thinking, oh, good. Oh, they're gonna make Miz a face now. I don't know how this is gonna work. And after seeing how he reacts, I'm like, okay, he's not too bad as a face. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
I'm so used. But the thing, I used to hate him when he was a heel, and now I'm just like, oh, Miz, oh, you're cool, you're awesome now. And I'm like, why am I saying this?
This feels so unnatural.
I used to hate the Miz. It's like, oh God, here comes the Miz, and now I'm like, the Miz, yeah.
I'm with you there though.
I just really for some reason when he comes out there,
much more entertaining
when he came, but the last show they did was at Fastlane, and all the crowd's chanting his name because they're in his hometown. I'm just like going, okay, Miz is a face. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how long this lasts is the question. See how long this lasts. See if he continues being a face after he gets through with Shane.
Yeah, no doubt there. So
I mean, to be honest, I actually watch his TV show, but
Oh, it is good. I haven't seen it on a regular basis, but he
I was telling my brother this when he was over here the other night. I told him, I said, out of all the wrestling reality shows they put on, the Miz and Mrs. show is actually better than any of them.
I've heard that from many people. You were not alone. So
because I figured, I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch. I watched the first season. I was like, let's watch it and see what it's like. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is hilariously funny. It actually is entertaining.
You're not alone there.
Because watching the Miz, not the actual, well, his name is Mike Mizzani in person. It's real life. Watching him on actual TV show and then seeing him, he's a totally different person. I mean, totally different person than he is on TV, on the wrestling show.
Yeah, no doubt
But
about
the
it. And
episode, the new episode they just aired, oh my gosh, oh god, it had me almost rolling in the floor because it was so funny.
I can't wait to see it. I've yet
I'm
to
not gonna
watch it,
spoil
but
it, but it's funny as all get out because they go to it's SummerSlam weekend, so they go to SummerSlam, and that's all I'm gonna say.
well, I look forward to
There's
seeing
some
that.
scenes in that episode that will just have you like, okay. They spoil
I
that
believe
kid.
it.
They spoil that little bit.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh,
You know,
you no,
Monroe's
it's
gonna
and the
get the
thing is, the
best of
Miz is not the
everything.
one that spoils him. It's Maurice and and her mom.
Oh, really?
Miz is like, what? We don't need this. Why are you buying this stuff? They get ready to pack to go to New York, and Maurice has so many suitcases, and Miz is like, we don't need all this stuff. Why are you bringing all this stuff? You need just 3 bags. That's all you need is 3 bags.
Yeah,
And
all
she's
just
like,
for,
well, I
you
want to
know,
take
little
this
one.
stroller, and then I want to take this stroller because it's nice and pretty, and we haven't used it yet. He's like, you don't need that. We don't need that.
You
What are
don't
you
need
taking that
pretty.
for? His reactions are hilarious because he's like, what are you doing? And then they get to New York, and it all goes to crazy. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
I look forward to seeing it even more now.
It's very funny. It's a good episode. Especially the spray tanning part. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh God.
Oh
Next
God.
up, we have the WWE Intercontinental Championship match. Bobby Lashley taking on the Demon King Finn Balor.
Oh, I'm going with the Demon. I'm not.
Yeah, the Demon has to win here. He's undefeated. Every time the Demon comes out, you lose. That's all there is to it. Unfortunately, with everything they did this past Monday, it made me not even at all interested in seeing, this match.
The thing with this match is when will it happen? Because if you're going to do the Demon, you want to do it at night, when it's dark or when it's like getting dark or it's not daylight outside. You don't get the effect. Like, I don't know, if they're going to do the Demon, do it when it's dark outside and you get a really cool effect. I mean, don't do it in the middle of the day.
I'm not sure how the arena's set up with them, because I know they have the roof that can be closed, and it depends on how they want to pull it off. But
I mean, it's like,
I do agree though. You do need that atmosphere.
You want the atmosphere because it's like you don't, if like when Bray Wyatt did his when he comes out to his his entrance, when I was there 2 years ago, they did it at night so you could get all the effect of everybody's phone flashlights on everybody's phone when he came out.
For the fireflies.
The atmosphere was really awesome then, and it's like you don't want to do Bray Wyatt's thing outside in the daylight because then you don't see anything.
Yeah, they did that. Him and the Undertaker both came out at daytime at 31. It just didn't look.
Yeah, it's like let's just do.
Didn't look good.
Let's do the Undertaker in the daylight. Okay.
Yeah, definitely didn't have that good look to it.
Yeah,
so.
It just didn't work. It's just like if you're going to do the Demon, do it later on in the night. You have it's an 8-hour show or 6-hour show, whatever. 6-hour show. Do it later on in the card when it's dark outside. Otherwise, because Balor's probably knowing Balor, he'll want to do some really cool entrance. So, because this is actually really his first WrestleMania, isn't it? His first WrestleMania match.
No, he was in the IC title match last year.
That's right. He was in the IC title match last year.
Yeah, with Seth and The Miz.
Yeah, that's right.
I forgot about that as well.
That was a good match, though, between those three.
Because he missed Mania the year before.
That was the year I went, he missed, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm going to WrestleMania, and Finn Balor's not going to be there. But he was at Access, but I could not even get close to even meeting him.
You couldn't even get close to seeing him, sure, the way that works.
Now, my friend got to meet him because he got there. As soon as we got there, which was real early that morning, he went and got in the long line. It took him almost 2 hours to get through the line. So
that's crazy.
Like, nope, I'll go meet other people.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you probably could meet 2 or 3 superstars.
I think I met like 3 or 4 people while he was waiting in line to go meet Finn. So
yeah, so
I got to see Edge. Well, I didn't get to meet him, but I saw him. I saw Roman too, but and everybody that walked by Roman's table was booing him as they walked by. So
that's funny.
That was 2 years ago. So
Yeah, and funny how the times have changed.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now
I'm
everybody's
curious
like,
to see the reaction he gets at Mania.
everybody
If it's
cheers
still
him.
mostly
I'm just like,
cheers
well, I
or
figured that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen when he came back. And it really, and I'm kicking myself because when he came back, they were in Atlanta. That's 2 hours drive for me. And I was like, of course, when they announced they were going to be in Atlanta, I didn't know Roman Reigns was coming back either. So I could have
yeah,
got tickets to
exactly.
that. I could have got tickets to that, and I thought, no, I don't want to go to Raw because Raw's not been great. I don't want to waste my money. The next thing you know, hey, Roman's coming back in Atlanta. Oh, dang it.
Yeah, well, who would have thought that it would have worked out like that?
Yeah,
So
I know. How ironic. That was the night that Batista showed up and Ric Flair's birthday was that night and Roman shows up and I'm like, man, I missed all that. Dang.
yeah, exactly.
You win some, you lose some. Oh well.
Yeah, there's a few shows like that where they've come and I've missed it, and I'm like, oh, I'm glad I didn't go. And
Yeah,
then
I
there's
mean,
other times, every now and again, where I'm
and
like, damn, I
I
really
didn't want
should
to
have
waste
went.
my money on Raw because Raw hasn't been that great. And I was like, do I really want to buy a ticket and go watch Raw?
That's why I cracked, and I was like, oh, I got to go to Money in the Bank when they're coming, and Danny and I
Yeah,
got
well,
tickets.
that was a pay-per-views. Man, if one of them came close to here, I'd be going to it. So
But SmackDown just came and Raw's coming
Yeah,
again,
you
and I'm
just
like,
had SmackDown up there. I was like, I saw that, and I was kind of
I
like,
would have liked to have gone, but I wasn't, obsessed with
we don't get
having it there.
around here where I live. We just get the little house shows.
Yeah, it's unfortunate the way they do that sometimes.
Well, the thing
But
is, they were supposed to have one here. When was it? January? I think it was back in January, and they postponed it till September. So I was like, oh, good. I actually might get a chance to go to that one because
there you go.
I couldn't go to the one they had in January because I wasn't going to be in town. So I was like, oh, perfect. They postponed it till September now. Okay, great.
And you figure Connecticut hasn't had a pay-per-view. I feel like I think they said in 7 years.
Wow. I wish they do a Royal Rumble down here in the South, down here in the South, as they call it.
Yeah.
Because I would go to one because I want to go to a Rumble.
I would always want to go to a Royal Rumble or Mania myself.
Yeah,
Especially
I've been to the Mania part. I need to go to the Rumble part. But the problem with the Rumble part, they always have in places I don't want to go all the way up north somewhere every time.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, next up we have the retirement match. Kurt Angle in his last match ever, and ever,
really,
air quotes, in WWE, taking on Baron Corbin.
Okay, well, I don't know how this match is going to go, or if they're going to switch it up. Are they going to switch it up on us before the match happens? I don't know.
I really don't think so. I think it's just going to be straightforward, and Baron Corbin's going to win, and Kurt will do the job for him.
Oh,
as much as people thought that he would, get subbed out for somebody else, like Cena would replace him, or the Undertaker, or
that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think that's what's going down.
So you're saying Corbin's going to beat Angle in his last match?
Yeah, I think so. Usually, if you're retiring, and you're on your way out, you lose, and you build somebody else up. So.
Well, I don't know, man. I can't see myself picking Corbin. That's just what I'm like going.
I know it hurts, but
I can't pick Corbin to beat Angle. I mean, I saw the man get inducted in the Hall of Fame for 2 years ago.
Exactly.
I mean, God, I don't really want to pick Corbin.
I could see Angle winning. I mean, it's just as easy.
I mean, I would love to see. I want to see Angle win and go out that way, not losing to Baron
I just
Corbin.
hope Angle can get through the match cleanly, because I mean, he hasn't looked great the past few weeks. He's looked really unhealthy, and I mean, he was turning blue in one match, couldn't even do a suplex or the Angle slam effectively, and
yeah, I know.
He's a mess at this point.
Yeah, as much as I'd love to see Angle win and go out the way he's supposed to go, the way he wants to go out. But I mean, I hate to agree with you, but I'm probably gonna have to go with Corbin too, because.
Yeah, I mean, you figure if it's your retirement match, usually you lose. I mean, Mick Foley did it, Ric Flair did it, so many others,
Ric Flair did it to Shawn Michaels, and that match I could understand. That match I was kind of like, oh gosh, this is gonna be who to pick, Shawn Michaels or Ric Flair. It's like, well, obviously Shawn Michaels is gonna win. But but I don't like Baron Corbin. See, that's the thing. I would be more happy if he wrestled John Cena and Cena won, because I like Cena and Angle. I don't care about Baron Corbin.
Yeah, I think that's kind of their intention, though, to really get more heat on Corbin so they can use him.
Well, he's gonna have a lot of heat, that's for sure.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because
and he'll be able to celebrate.
If he wins on Raw after Mania, he's gonna come out and he's gonna be like, "I told you so."
Exactly. Well, he'll get destroyed, just like when
Lesnar
came out and said, "I defeated Undertaker's streak and Roman, same thing, got booed for, as we said
He's gonna be
before.
the he's gonna be this year's version of Roman Reigns when he gets
Yeah,
booed out of the building.
I could certainly see that happening, and that'll give him some nuclear level heat.
Oh,
So.
he's gonna have some nuke heat because he's gonna be he's gonna be this year's version of Roman Reigns from 2 years ago when I was sitting there in that arena listening to all those people chant all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, and plus on top of it, you figure Kurt will get a nice send off regardless when the match is said and done. The crowd will cheer
I
for
mean,
him.
I had a feeling. I was like, I'm actually surprised he was still wrestling as he was. I figured eventually. I was like, Kurt Angle, it's time for you to go, buddy.
Yeah, unfortunately, I hate saying it and admitting it, but it really is.
You got inducted into the Hall of Fame 2 years ago. You became the GM of Raw, which was great, which was amazing to see. I got to see that live in person, which was awesome to see. For him be the GM, and he did a good job for a GM. And then they had the whole Corbin thing, and it's like,
yeah, I mean, it is unfortunate.
And then Baron Corbin's entrance now. I'm like, how much stuff do you have to talk about? I don't care about all that crap about Baron Corbin. Oh my.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
And why is he wrestling in a suit? Can he not wrestle in regular? Can he wrestle
it made sense when he was the constable and whatnot.
Oh, they still say that. I mean, it's like
gear.
He's the former constable, the former this, the former that, and he's whatever city he's in, the hometown boy. And I'm like going, he doesn't live there. He's from Kansas City.
Yeah, exactly. They just keep playing that up. But yeah, he's got to ditch the suit, get back in some ring gear.
I'm like, can we get back in ring gear, Baron Corbin? Because you look like an idiot wrestling on what you're wrestling right now.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
No, it's not. I mean,
it worked at first, but now it's just.
I can understand it for a little bit, but it's time to, get out of it.
It has that corporate Kane feel, and that was not
just
a good
like
look,
Roman Reigns eventually needs to get out of his stuff.
Yeah, the chest protector and all that.
Yeah, he needs to
nonsense.
He needs to go away with that. But
I wish he would get rid of the Shield gear altogether. And
I wish he'd get all new theme music, all new wrestling attire altogether.
Yeah, he needs a night. I wish when they brought him back, they did a whole rebranding.
Yeah, well, he needs a rebranding because they're not going to do the Shield anymore if Ambrose is leaving. So
yeah, well, that was why I was hoping that when he came back,
because Seth has moved on. Seth has his own deal, rebrand music and stuff.
Exactly. So.
And Ambrose is not even wrestling in a WrestleMania. So.
Yeah, he's not even featured at this point. So
obviously he's leaving. So.
Yeah. Next up, we have United States Championship match. Samoa Joe taking on Rey Mysterio, possibly.
Well, hopefully.
I know Rey is injured. He landed badly on his ankle after facing Baron Corbin, the main event of Raw this past Monday. I hope this match happens. I hope Rey is able to compete. It looks like it was just either like a minor sprain or some type of twist. But he landed hard on the right ankle.
Yeah.
They were checking him after the match. So they said that it's gonna be a daily check to see if he's able to compete. I don't really have an idea specifically who could replace him. I mean, we've made speculations here and there. Could it be Sami Zayn? Could it be Cena? Could it be? But I think that Rey will be able to compete. It'll be probably a bit of a shorter match, and Samoa Joe will retain.
Yeah, as much as I like to see Rey Mysterio win, I still think Joe's probably going to pull it. We'll keep the belt, even though he just won it. So considering the fact he just won the thing.
Yeah, exactly. So since he just won, I think that they're going to basically have him hold on to it as long as possible.
Yeah, Rey, I love Rey. Rey, I grew up watching Rey. I mean, I'm glad to see Rey back. Rey's actually in really good shape. So.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
He's in better shape than Kurt Angle, so.
Surprisingly enough.
Yeah, and the thing is, they said Rey's never won the U.S. title. I'm thinking to myself, is that really correct? I was like, I'm gonna have to look that up, and I was like, well, maybe that's true.
Wow, if that's the case, I was not aware of that.
I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong. I thought I heard them say something that he's never won that. That's one belt he has not won. So.
That's interesting.
I might have to look it up and see because I don't know. So.
I will have to look into that. That's interesting if that's the case, but I don't think he has a shot, unfortunately.
Not against, I don't know, Samoa Joe's.
He needs to hold the belt and have a decent run with it. He's lost way too many matches.
Yeah, and he's come so close to winning titles, and that he probably should have won. So
get to those big moments and you just can't
mm-hmm.
capitalize. That's for
Yep.
sure. Next up, besides that, we have the no holds barred match with Triple H's career on the line. Triple H taking on the Animal Batista.
Well, consider the fact that, let me think. I don't know, but are they gonna let Batista beat Triple H?
I think this is the swerve and the surprise that they're going for. I think everyone thinks just like the Undertaker streak match and Asuka having her streak as well. It just they're not going to have Triple H lose. They're once they put his career on the line, of course they're not going to have Triple H lose. They
Yeah.
need him. And I think that's what everybody's holding on to, and that's why it's absolutely Batista's going to win. I really feel like that's the swerve they're going for. I was convinced otherwise, and then Connor made a great argument towards Triple H losing, and I just can't help but agree with him now.
So you're going with Batista?
I am. I think that makes the most sense.
Right.
I could see him just dominating for a little bit. Triple H gets some great offense, and then all of a sudden Batista gets the upper hand quickly. And
yeah, I mean, that's the way I think it is. I think Batista's probably going to win him because I figured eventually Triple H is not going to be, he's going to have to stop wrestling eventually. I mean, he can't wrestle forever. So.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know how Batista says, "Give me what I want."
Yeah, what I really, really want.
What I really, really want. When Triple H did that in the ring, I was like, "Oh my God, he did not just do." Yes, he did. I literally laughed at that. I was like, "Okay, that was funny." Triple H pulls out that letter, and I don't even know what was on it. I was like, "What I really, really okay, I got it." I had to laugh at that. That was so funny.
It was a good promo.
That was really good. And of course, Batista comes out Monday Night on Raw. Okay, I got something to say. I'm gonna kick your ass. Okay,
yeah,
awesome.
that was a perfect response.
All right, Rey Mysterio. I'm looking up Rey's wiki to see if I can find anything on here about his titles. Why does he have so much stuff? God, he's been wrestling for a long time.
He's been going for a long, long time.
Let's see. Champions held by Mysterio over the course of his career. Let's see. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you might be right there.
The United States is now. There's no United States title listed on here.
Yeah, so maybe he did never have it.
He's had tag titles, Intercontinental title. He was the first Triple Crown champion, the winner of the 2006 Royal Rumble, WWE champion, World Heavyweight champion, Cruiserweight champ, WCW champ. No, there's no U.S. title even listed. Maybe that's one belt. Maybe that's one belt he has. Maybe that's one belt he has not won.
Yeah, so then you're onto something.
And well, I'm still going to go with Joe, but I mean,
yeah, it could be a surprise then.
Could be a surprise on that match. I don't know. I mean, I never know.
Could happen. Never know. Yeah, I'm really thinking Batista wins though.
Yeah, me too.
I'm kind of sold on that. And just because once they put the career stipulation in there, it seemed like Triple H couldn't lose, so now he has to lose.
Right.
As backwards as that is.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Oh, Grim put his prediction video up. I see. Thanks for the notification, YouTube.
Thanks for letting us know.
Well, at least I get the notifications. Half the time I don't get notifications on anything. It's like
I haven't gotten notified for hardly anything recently. I haven't gotten any of Joe's notifications, and it's been a mess. Total shit show.
I got a friend that's like, he's like, I didn't get the notification that you were streaming. I'm like,
yeah,
I can't. I'm like, I'm sorry, it's YouTube. Don't blame me. It's YouTube. I mean, it's like I'm on like all these Discord channels that I'm on that they're not mine. They're owned by people I know. And I post on their little section of when I'm fixing to start streaming. And I'm like, all you got to do is look on the Discord if you don't get the notification. So, or check Twitter.
Yeah. That works out, but still, it's just, especially with me being subscribed to so many people, there's so much to keep up with.
Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to hit that little bell and it's supposed to notify you. Not really.
Yeah, if only.
That's why when I say in the videos, at the end of the videos, I'll say, tap that bell and hit the notification.
Now, you should be able to, have that work for you, if only.
Yeah, if only. Yeah, I just got the notification that Grimman did his WrestleMania predictions. I'll have to watch that and see what all he who he thinks is going to win.
Yeah, I'm curious to hear what he has to say as well. So,
Because he's going to pick Brock Lesnar to beat Seth Rollins.
yeah, that's a given, right?
He always picks Brock Lesnar. He never goes against Brock. It's who he always picks.
Funny enough as that
or is it
happens to
Roman
be.
Reigns he always picks? I don't know. It's one of those.
Yeah, Speaking of, we have the WWE Universal Championship match: Seth Rollins versus the Beast himself, Brock Lesnar.
Well, sorry, Beast. I'm going to pick Seth Rollins.
I want Seth to win in the worst way. I want Lesnar gone. As you know, I have such a vitriolic hate and great disdain for him.
I'm over Lesnar already. I'm sorry.
I can't stand Brock. He's out for himself. He's not a person that's a locker room leader at all, and just everything he stands for drives me nuts. I want Rollins to win it
because I want Rollins to win because I want to see the actual championship on an actual show.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, maybe have an actual championship match on a show. I want to see a champion come out there and be like, "I'm the champion. Who wants a shot at the title? Let's do this." Okay, great. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, but lo and behold, I feel like we're not going to get that. I hope I'm wrong, but I truly feel like it's. I
hope you're wrong. I don't want to see Brock win. I don't want to see Brock win this Sunday. I'm like, if I have to put up with another, who knows how long reign of Brock Lesnar, I think I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
I'm like to the point where I'm just like, go away.
I really don't want to see Lesnar win, but I have just such a feeling like he's going to retain here.
I don't know. I don't know. Seth Rollins came so close and beating Brock that one year, and he beat him actually. He won the title, but he cashed in on Roman and Brock. But still, I don't know.
I mean, I really hope.
I want to see Seth win it.
I do too. I'm just not sold on it.
No, I'm going with Seth because I'm not picking Brock. I refuse.
Smart enough on your.
It's like me. It's like me when it comes to college. It's me like when it comes to if the Braves are playing the Yankees, I'm going to pull for the Braves because I cannot stand the Yankees. So it's like Brock versus Seth Rollins. We're going to go for Seth Rollins because I'm sure the heck not going to pick Brock Lesnar.
I don't want to pick him, but I can't help.
It's all good, man.
Like,
it's all good.
Yeah,
this is all for fun anyway. But I can't pick Brock because I don't like the man. I don't
like him either. That's the thing. But I
had to witness him winning the belt from Goldberg 2 years ago, and everybody around me was so excited that Brock had the title, and I'm thinking to myself, he has the title, and you'll never see it.
Yeah, exactly. It's gone now. You'll never see that again.
Is gone. You'll never see it on a Raw. You'll never be defended on Raw. He'll only show up at pay-per-views and defend it whenever he wants to, and it's like, no. He's on a part-time wrestler. Put it on a full-time guy and let the full-time guy be the guy.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that.
Let Seth Rollins, as Ric Flair would say, let Seth Rollins be the man.
Oh, it's disappointing, no doubt about it. But
because,
I think that they want Lesnar to.
The thing is, if Lesnar wins and beats Rollins, okay, who's he going to wrestle again for the title? Who's going to challenge Lesnar for the title?
Roman,
Drew McIntyre. I mean,
I think it's going to be Roman, and then Roman and Drew will feud each other for the title.
I'd like to see Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar. Oh, I would love that.
That would be good as well, but
I don't know. I think I'm gonna pick Seth because that's just the way I'm not picking again. I'm not going for Brock. So I'm gonna pick Seth. If he wins, he wins. If he loses, he loses. So be it.
Yeah.
But I can't. I mean, I'm gonna be watching that match, going, "Okay, Rollins, let's do this."
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Because
honestly,
I cannot.
I'm gonna pick Lesnar. I have to, unfortunately.
All my friends are like, "Oh, Brock's gonna win again." I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I feel dirty even just suggesting it, but it seems like that's the unfortunate reality we're heading towards.
Yeah, well.
I feel like they're saving the belt for Roman.
Well, I wish they wouldn't save the belt for Roman. I wish they'd let somebody else have the belt besides Roman. But okay.
I hope I'm wrong, but
I like to
Speaking
say,
of,
hey, you could have Seth Rollins versus Roman for the title. Oh, that would be cool to watch.
yeah, I don't think they want to do that because they don't want to turn either one, and
No,
having
that's
them
true
go head
too.
to
Good
head,
point.
they don't want to split the audience. They should do it. They can keep them both faces and do it. As
They
much as I
could do
want them to
that.
turn Roman heel, I mean,
You could keep them both faces and have Rollins versus Roman. I mean, they've wrestled before against each other. I mean, I think the crowd would be behind both of them, to be honest. But
yeah. I mean, you could split the crowd, and we've seen face versus face
oh, I've
go
seen that many a
over well
times.
before. So
But they could do what you suggested. They could let Roman win the belt, and him and Drew have a feud with it. So
yeah. Speaking of big title matches, next up we have the WWE Championship match: Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston.
AKA Kofi Mania.
Kofi Mania. I'm outright gonna say it. Daniel retains here.
Oh,
Originally,
you're gonna kill Kofi Mania?
I think I don't want to kill Kofi Mania. I'm gonna delay it.
Oh, you're going to delay Kofi. Oh man, I can't delay Kofi Mania, man.
All signs point to Kofi winning, and that's why I feel like they're gonna want to swerve us. And it's not the main event, so you could still send everybody home happy with Becky winning. And
Kofi's not gonna get his Mania moment.
yeah,
I
I
don't
would
know,
like to see
man.
it,
I
but
don't see. That's the thing. I don't
that's
know
like betting
because
against the Globetrotters at this point. It feels like there's no chance of him losing, but that's just the reason why I want to go
man, I
against the
don't
grain.
know because I don't want Daniel Bryan as a champ anymore because I don't want to see Kofi win. He's tried so hard to to even get to this moment. Um,
Yeah, I mean, he certainly put in his dues and his time, no
I
doubt
mean, I
about
want
it.
to see. I mean, I think the match will be good if they don't if the guy that hangs out with Bryan doesn't get involved. Um, what is his name?
Yeah,
Rowan.
Eric Rowan.
Yeah, Eric Rowan. Yeah, the big guy. Um, the big red tree
I
or
think
big
it'll be a
red wood
really
or
really
whatever they
good
call him. I don't know
match,
what they
but
call him anymore. But yeah,
big redwood.
if he doesn't get involved in the match, it'll be a good match. But if he gets involved and if he gets Daniel Bryan disqualified, he keeps the belt. So I don't know that match. Oh God, I want to pick Kofi, but then everybody's like, well, no, Bryan's probably going to win because everybody thinks Kofi's going to win. See, they all think like you do.
Yeah, it's not even just that though. It's because of the original. I guess they're not going to decide till Sunday.
Of course
Before
not.
the
WWE
match.
never decides who's going to win anything ahead of time.
Yeah, it seems like they're waiting longer and longer and
Yeah.
trying to keep people guessing. But also, well, I've heard so many reports initially that said that, and it made sense. They wanted Bryan to be this, monstrous heel and really give him a sufficient run with the belt.
Yeah.
And this would be a way to do it, to break the hearts of the fans and really
Well,
get more sympathy for Kofi.
that would definitely do the heat. He's Bryan's in the same thing like Baron Corbin.
Yeah, no doubt.
He's gonna be the one that gets booed out of the building at SmackDown if he beats Kofi.
Exactly. I mean, I like the idea of Bryan as champion and continuing to be the heel champ, just not at the expense of Kofi. So
Yeah.
it is an emotional pick here, and unfortunately, I want Kofi to win, but I don't see it happening yet, especially because I said, oh, if they're going to go to Saudi in May,
Yeah.
then they would have Kofi win. But because they pushed it back, I could see Kofi winning, not at Mania, and they'll keep this going. So
Yeah, I mean, as much as I want to pick Kofi, I'm like kind of like everybody's gonna think Kofi's gonna win, and then they're probably gonna say, nope, guess what? Not this time. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Bryan as much as it pains me to go against Kofi, but I don't think Kofi's probably gonna get it done. I agree with you. I think Bryan's probably gonna win it, and everybody's gonna be hating on Bryan.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
certainly
as
I
much as
hate to
Kofi
pick, but
Mania is gonna go run wild, so to
as
speak,
much as he deserves it,
as much as that man deserves it, he should have had a title match a long, long time ago. But
absolutely.
it is what it is. But I hope the match. I mean, as long as the match is good, that's fine. As long as Rowan doesn't get involved,
I think it'll be a really good match, and I
I think it'll
think
be a good
Rowan
match.
won't get involved because we'll have the New Day out there, so
Yeah, I
it'll kind
forgot
of
the New
keep
Day will be
things.
out there too, so
Yeah,
that'll take care of that. And I know that unless the New Day does something and costs Kofi the match, and they make the New Day whatever split up, I don't know. You never know what could happen in that match.
yeah. The more I think about them turning on him now, I see it happening soon, but I don't know if it'll happen at Mania.
Yeah. I don't
I
know.
can see it
It'll be
happening
interesting.
because they were the ones that had to get Kofi. I mean, maybe Kofi just loses. He loses clean, and that's when the New Day turns on him. Like we had said, previously,
Yeah.
he just couldn't get the job done, and they snap saying, "We put our bodies on the line.
Right.
We had to go through everything to get you here. We got you here, and you
Right.
couldn't get the job done."
Yeah. Yeah, I mean they did they had Kofi went through that gauntlet match, then they had to go through the tag team gauntlet match, and I'm like, how many gauntlet matches are we going to have to see to get Kofi
Yeah,
into WrestleMania? For goodness sakes!
we've seen too many gauntlet matches in general lately,
Yeah,
so
pretty much. I'm sick of gauntlet matches and sick of
that's
18.
their
I'm sick of 18 person tag team matches.
yeah, that as well.
I was like, what?
Speaking
18?
of another multi-person match, the main event of the night, winner takes all for the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championship.
Well, all I gotta say is the man. There you go, Becky
Yeah,
Lynch.
simply stated, she's been the chosen one for a long time. Even if Ronda doesn't go on a hiatus for a while, which I still think she is. Some people said that, oh, her contract, wasn't approved for temporary leave and all this stuff. Her contract, she's only set to appear at the Raw after Mania, and
Hmm.
then she's not appearing again, I think, until June. So,
Yeah, she's taking a hiatus. She's going on a
yeah,
hiatus.
I think that Becky wins,
Hmm.
Ronda gets pinned, and they protect Charlotte a little bit. Like originally I thought she was just there to eat the pin, but now I think they won't do that to
Right.
Charlotte. They won't make her tap or get pinned just because they're gonna have to have her and Becky feud, I think, more
Oh yeah,
afterwards.
her and Becky are going to feud for probably for a little while.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
Becky's probably going to win it. They're going to have Becky's going to have a WrestleMania moment, the main
yeah, they'll
event.
close the show with her holding up both
Close
belts,
the
which I'm
show with
excited
her
to
holding
see.
up both titles, and the crowd will be all tired from sitting there for 8 hours.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it's gonna
Because
be a
you're
long
the
day.
last match of the night, and you have to sit there for 8 hours waiting for the main event match, which is probably going to be hopefully probably a really good match between all three of them. So
I think it'll be excellent. Honestly, I think they've rehearsed and planned some big
yeah,
spots
because
for this
Ronda
one.
Rousey, I swear that good. I don't want to even be anywhere near her. She crazy.
She is a force not to be reckoned with.
I don't want to mess
And
with her. Jeez, after
no,
what I saw she did to no thanks.
Dana Brooke and Nia Jackson, yeah,
All those people
Nikki Bella,
and that whole police arresting thing they did on Raw. I'm like, really?
yeah, that
We're gonna do this
disaster.
again. We're gonna do this again. Okay.
Stone Cold Becky Lynch at
Let's put Ronda and Becky in the same car together. Uh huh. Really? Come on. Oh man.
yeah, yeah, and I mean, on top of it too, we have to consider the fact that there, still has to be time for all these, crazy entrances and
Yep.
Joan Jett's playing Ronda to the ring,
Oh yeah, I
and
forgot about that.
also on top of it, we have Elias's performance.
Oh yes, I totally forgot
So
about Walk with Elias and his
yeah,
performance
we've got his big performance. We have Alexa Bliss hosting.
his
Lacey Evans
performance,
just
air
tweeted that
quotes.
she'll be coming out, for the women's battle royal. So there's
Yeah,
that.
you got Alexa as the host, and then you have to introduce all the Hall of Fame guys.
Yep. So I mean, it's a long show for
It's a
sure.
very long show, and I've sat through it. I know it's a very long show because when I went 2 years ago, I forgot what who was the band that performed there. But when that band performed, I was like, okay, I'm taking a break. I'm going to walk around and go to the bathroom now. It's bathroom time.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a bathroom break. I'm going to go grab some food, which was expensive, and then I could care less about the band that was performing that stupid green light song, whatever it was, that was in my head forever and never, and it's like, no. So
Yeah.
I got sick of hearing that song. I was like, oh my gosh, enough with the dang song.
Give me the green light.
Yeah,
So
they
I'm
played
ready
that
to
song
go.
so many times that weekend. I was like, oh God, make it stop. And of course, the song they have for this year is actually not that bad. I actually can, that song's actually better. But Walk with Elias, everybody's gonna be like, well, I'm gonna walk and get me a hot dog.
Yeah, really. Go and take
What's
a,
gonna happen is he'll come out there and he'll get interrupted by somebody, and everybody will be going to get hot dogs, and they'll miss something that happens.
yeah, something imperative and important.
No, I don't know anybody in Greenwich, Connecticut, but thanks for calling.
One of the McMahons is trying to reach out to you.
I don't think that's a McMahon number. If he's calling me, I'll be shocked. I get all kinds of weird phone calls. My caller ID pops up from places like, oh, here's somebody calling from Kansas City. I was like, I don't know who that is unless it's Baron Corbin.
Anyone that uses hashtag Charlotte Flair on Twitter gets a woo graphic to pop up.
Ooh, exciting. Woo.
Ooh, so exciting.
No, I don't know. WrestleMania this year might be, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I couldn't
I'm
imagine.
excited for the show overall. I think it's going to be good. So we'll see.
Yeah,
what
it's going to be a long one for everybody. That's for sure. Everybody's going to be sitting there for a while. Of course, you got John Cena. We don't know what he's going to do because they haven't said anything. So they're keeping everything secret about that. So you never know. I mean, I think what Cena's probably going to do, he's probably going to interrupt Elias, but you know.
I think so as well.
I want to see Cena come out there and start rapping. Be like, hey, let me show you how to do some music, Elias.
Oh, he's going to go old school.
Go the old school rap.
Yeah, bringing out the chain gang.
Yeah, man, I remember that. I was all over that.
Word life.
Thugonomics.
Well, hopefully it's entertaining, and we'll see how our predictions line up.
Yep.
I really appreciate you having me on again this year.
Oh man, not a problem. We'll do it. We'll do it again. We'll do another one here soon. And all that good stuff. And yeah, I mean, WrestleMania Sunday, guys. WWE Network. $9.99. Well, actually, no, you get it free if you sign up for now. Sign up for it now, you get it for free. It's $9.99 after the first month. So, yeah,
well,
it'll be a
make sure
good
you guys
one.
leave your your comments down below. Let us know who you think is going to win.
Yeah.
Who will be victorious, and what match you're looking forward to most. Make sure to subscribe.
Hit subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, the like button, the notification bell, and also subscribe to Jake. Countdown ended. Link will be in the description and also at the end of the video when I do the thing at the end.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And again,
no problem.
I
was like, now that I figured out how to do end screens, I'm like, end screens are cool.
Yeah, I love those little features.
I was like, how do the thing is, I was trying to figure out how to do one. And I was like, what's end screens do? Let's find out. Oh, that's how people are doing that. Okay.
Add some faces to your little bubbles at the end.
Yep. So I'll put your little logo at the end of the video, so everybody, if they're interested in checking out Jake's channel, also do that as well. Give him a sub as well, and whatnot. And yeah, guys, that's about all we got for you this time. So y'all have a great rest of your day, night, morning, whenever you're watching this video, and we'll talk to you guys again on the next video. And